I've been doing for the last 10 years is we've been building in Metro Atlanta, as well as here in Athens, as well as Lake Oconee. And so much of what I've done is build for empty nesters. What I'm so passionate about with Paul's vision and idea is you can't always understand or even expect when something's going to happen. So if you move into a place like Celebration, it gives you a very easy transition for you and your spouse or you alone to continue to stay in an environment that you feel comfortable in, that you feel like you have knowledge of where everything is. But with that being said, I feel like we have collaborated together to be able to give everyone who's either looking to buy or rent in the bungalows or cottages probably the best experience with what we've done for the last 20 years and then presenting it to you moving in here. There's all kinds of features within the homes that help you as you may need to add this to continue your lifestyle, to be healthy, to be both healthy in mind and in body. So for me, I've built, and so here, I just want to put you guys at ease a little bit. You'll hear guys who come up and say, well, I've done this, this, and this. Well, they may have not been tipped of the spear. They may have not been signing on the note. They may have just been an employee, and then they take full credit for things they were a part of. But being in business for myself, I've had to sign on a lot of notes over the years. And so I can say this, I've built over 1,200 homes across Atlanta, North Georgia, where I've actually had to go out and sign on the note. And so it kind of started with me and ended with me. So whether it's good or bad, I'd take full credit. You know, you don't ever get to hide behind this over here. So I say that because if you're in that kind of a role, you're always looking to get better and improve and fight for what is best, both for your company as well as your end user. Because here's what I believe about home building is you sell a home and that experience for the buyer is only as good as how long that builder will stay with you. Now there's certain obligations, but then there's other things. And so we always try to err as far as we're going to go a little above and beyond. We can't go bankrupt doing anything too far this way, but we're certainly not going to fight over a dollar and keep you guys in a bad situation. But that being said, the companies I've had over the years, we've had really great reviews. We've been named Southeast Safety Build of the Year. Worried about traffic, worried about our subs, worried about our future homeowners. So safety is very, very important. We need to create and cultivate during the building process something that's very safe for folks. We've studied a large part of what we believe where you guys are today, because we'll be there one day, what is most important. And so what we've boiled down to, Sun City years ago, back in the 80s, they were kind of the first preemptive, hey, we're going to build mega communities for folks who are aging in place. And at the end of all of that, what they figured out was safety and security were the two most important things to folks looking to make this move. So I'll speak to that. One, physical safety, safety of this community. So one, you're going to be around like-minded folks. So like when my mother-in-law, it took a turn for the worse, everybody who was living around them did not look or understand what they may be going through. So some of their neighbors didn't even know really how to help or cope with that. Secondly, it was not a gated or secured neighborhood. So that was a big problem. Then the security part of it is I have to do market reports all the time just to be able to go to banks and get loans, much like Paul does. Very in tune with the Athens market. And I would tell anybody in this room or anybody outside this room, number one, Athens is a college-based community. It's incredible for folks who are either retired or looking to retire because college towns are great. Saying that, there's not a lot of folks like myself who acknowledge that for what it is. They're trying to sell to second-time home buyers, third-time home buyers. But if you were to look at the overall Athens market, and I think if you were to derive everything that everybody has told you, here's the biggest issue. There's not enough empty nester main floor living homes in Athens. So whatever you buy into, you're already buying into a product that there's already a huge need for. You're not buying into second or third time homes that will then come on and they will be like everything else. You're buying into a very distinctive, very unique product, much less, that's just your home yourself, much less the environment you're in. And I will tell you, being the son-in-law of somebody who lives in Celebration Village, there's nothing like this in Georgia. There are 2 campuses currently today, and we have had my father-in-law in 4 different communities, and nothing comes close to Celebration Village. And so my piece is a very small piece. My piece is to deliver a very high quality product on time and budget that meets your goals, that meets these guys' goals, but I'm bringing to it with 25 years of being just a small business owner and acting as if this is just my own. So I'm here to protect the developer. I'm also here to protect you guys. And I cannot tell you how much this product is needed and how well you guys will do just taking that first step here, because when this thing comes on, it's completely different. It's different than Presbyterian Village. It's different than this deal down here. This will be best in class at best pricing. And it's just hard to understand that because during COVID, we actually took a step back, whether it was senior housing or anybody else. Lending got very tight. So we kind of narrowed that funnel as to what could be put out. But it's just, we feel great about it. And we're taking extreme measures to be able to deliver you guys something that you guys will have that even Presbyterian Village, even in their units, they don't have. But we're doing it at affordable pricing, and we feel like this is just such a great opportunity for you guys. And it's just hard to know because nobody has a crystal ball, nobody here, unless I'm mistaken, unless there's an angel in the room or somebody here is Jesus reincarnated. But without God or Jesus knowing, we can't tell you that. But I can tell you, just being a veteran in this industry of 25 years being in business for myself, this is the greatest model. This is something I think every one of you will totally enjoy because you'll be insulated and you'll be with like-minded people who all have the same goal. And I just couldn't be any more honored to be here before you guys, be with Paul. And I'll be glad to answer any questions in the back as far as construction or plans. But I will tell you, there is a huge shortage from this part of Atlanta. So if you look at North Atlanta, all the way out to the east, and then you look at wealth patterns where they're going, this is the greatest opportunity for most people.
Awesome. Alex, thank you so much.